Hey scholars, we are working on the importance of being able to multiply multi-digit numbers using multiplication and hopefully using our brains. You might be saying to yourself, well, I have a calculator, so I don't need this. But believe it or not, in the time it takes you to get out your calculator at some point in your life, you could be able to just figure this out all on your own. So today's lesson focuses on 4 problems addressing how to use place value discs to understand multiplying 2-digit numbers by 1-digit number. All right, so without even pausing to talk about nonsense, let's get right into this. We are going to start with 2 times 23. Now, 2 times is nice because it's twice, it's doubling, and we kind of know what to do with that. So the first thing I want to point out to you is how I've drawn my multiplication symbol. There are actually 3 ways to do it. The X that you're familiar with, this asterisk, which is kind of our transition one, and then as you get older, you'll be using a dot to represent multiplication. So just watch for that when you're doing different tasks with multiplication. All right, with getting us started, we have the number 23, which we need to break into unit form. 23 has how many tens, guys? 2 tens. And then how many ones? 3 of them. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to represent on my chart. I have 1, 2, 3 ones. And I have 1, 2 tens. Well, that's 23 written 1 time, but I'm supposed to be doing 23 2 times. So I am going to represent it on my chart again. It's like making a little mini array right here on my worksheet. So I'm going to do 3. Notice how everybody is matching up because it is 23 2 times. Not a new number, just 23. All right. So when I look at this problem going on in my ones place, this is 2 times 3, which gives me 6 ones. Okay, so 2 times 3 ones is what's right there. When I move over to my tens place, I have 2 by 2, or 2 times 2 tens. 2 times 2 tens. Right? So 2 times 2 is 4. So I have 4 tens. Let's practice representing that vertically, because that's how we typically would be doing a multiplication problem. So when I come up here, I have 23 times 2. Right? 2 times 3 in my ones place gives me 6. Then I have 2 times 2 tens is 4 tens, which is, of course, 10, 20, 30, and 40. But you can't just leave those separate, so we add them up to put them back together. So 6 plus 0 is 6, and 4 plus 0 is 4, which means that 2 times 23 is, in fact, 46. 1 problem down, 1 to go, or 3 to go. Sorry, guys. Didn't mean to get your hopes up like that. All right. Number-wise, they've just made a few little tweaks for us on this one. We are now doing the problem 3 times 23, or 23 times 3, and I can flip-flop them like that because the commutative property says that I can. The first thing that I did was I took 23 and I broke it apart into unit form, which is how many tens? 2. And how many ones? 3. So I represent that right on my chart. Here's my 1, 2, 3 ones. And here's my 1, 2 tens. This time, I need to represent the number 23 3 times. So my mini array is getting just a little bit bigger. So in my ones place, I have 3 times 3 ones. 3 twice, 3 3 times. Then in my tens place, I have 3 times 2 tens. So that's 2 times and 3 times. This one. This is 3 times 3 ones is 9 ones. I can double check myself if I'm not sure by doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm correct. Looking over here at my tens place, I have 2, 4, 6 total, or 3 times 2 tens. So 3 times, oh my goodness, 3 tens is 6 tens. And for my vertical representation, 23 times 3, my ones place gave me 9 ones. It's going to go right here. My tens place gave me 6 tens, which is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. That's going to go right here. Can't just leave them separate like that, so I'm going to add them up. 9 and 0 is 9, and 6 and 0 is 6. So the answer to 23 times 3 is 69. Awesome job. Are you ready to up the game? I am. I think you're ready too. If you're not, don't forget that you can pause this. This is a video. Just push that little pause button down there. Don't forget, this is not something you want to give up on. This is something super important that's going to help you down the line, and I know you can do it. Plus, I mean, map scores, right? All right. Here is our next adventure. Our next adventure here is 54 times 4. So we have a larger number here by a few tens, and we also are starting to get a larger number here. So right off the bat, I know that my array is going to be bigger this time. I'm going to not stall. I'm going to get going because I know what I'm doing. In unit form, 54 is how many tens? That's right, 5 tens. And how many ones? 4 of them. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 ones. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. All right. And how many times am I multiplying it this time? How many times do I need to represent it? 4. So I know that I'm now doing an array. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure I get them all. I have 4 by 4, 3, 4. Okay, so I have 4 times 4 ones. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do my array for my tens. I have 5 tens. Doing that 4 times. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4 tens. 5 times 4 tens. All right. Of course, 4 times 4, that would give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 ones, which I automatically know is a problem because I can't have more than one digit living in a place. And I know that the unit form of 16 is 110 and 6 ones, which means that 110 needs to hightail it over into the tens place. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to single him out. I've got 8, sit down, Moo, 9, 10. He just wants to be on camera. Those come over here, and they're gone from over here, leaving me with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones. Over here, these are 5, so I can go ahead and count them. 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, which means I have 20 plus 1 tens. And the unit form of 21 tens would be 200s and 110, which means some of these guys gotta go bye-bye. So here's 5 and 10, that makes 100. That comes over here. 5 and 10 makes 100, it comes over here. Which means that over here, I have 110. And over here, I have 2. Abbreviate that. Now, in vertical form with this one, we would have 54 times 4. In my ones, I would just put 16. In my tens, I would do 21, but since it's tens, it's 210. And I can just add it up. 6, 2, and oops. Okay. In this case, that was really helpful. I didn't screw it up. I caught myself. Okay. So I have 200s, 110, 6 ones. That's 100, 200, 210, 211, 212, 213, 214, 215, 216. So I had initially 16 ones and 20 tens. 20 tens gets a 0 on the end. This was together. So add them up. 200 plus 16 is 216. All right. Inside this 15 minutes of your time fits 3 problems. I hope you guys are good with that.